This arena has a money stake in one of our famous couples as we play the game of celebrity gossip, Tattletales. And here's the star of Tattletales, Bert Convy.
Hello, everybody. Thank you. Hello. Hello. Is this on? Hello. I don't believe this. Is this microphone on? Can you hear me? Oh, boy. I'm sorry. I have such a cold I can't even hear myself. Gee, it'll be a pleasure, won't it? I would love to have kissed you right on the lips, my dear, but I think under the circumstances, and thank you for your sympathy. And here's some people you're going to meet, going to win you a lot of money. They don't need your sympathy because they are terrific. Get ready. Here we go. Winning money today for the blues section. There he is. God love him. Orson Bean and his wife, Carolyn Bean. Winning money.
I'm really sorry to hear that you can't hear yourself, and in the unlikely event that you say anything funny, I'll repeat it to you or write it down.
Oh, thank you. I would appreciate that. On the unlikely event, winning money today for the banana section, country western star Bill Anderson and his wife, Becky Anderson. Winning money today for the red section, producer Harvey Fran and his gal from Alice, Beth Howland. Well, this is fun. I have some old friends here today. Harvey, I haven't seen for a long time, and Beth and I played husband and wife on Mary Tyler Moore once.
Never again.
Never again, no. Probably not. And Bill, you have a big hit record on the charts at the moment.
Thank you. A song called Peanuts and Diamonds, and I knew you were a pretty good old country boy yourself because I saw you sing Blue Eyes Crying in the Rain on television one night.
That's right. That's
nice
a
to meet
fact. Not like you, but... All right. Listen, we can go on. We can talk some more. We can do this, but I think your rooting sections would like to get into this. I want to talk about your finger later, Orson. No, you have a bad finger. We'll get into that later. Here's the first question worth $150. If you're ready, ladies, it's for you. Think back to the very first time your guy kissed you. Was it on your cheek, your hand, your hair, or your lips?
Or none of the above.
That's not on my card.
Oh, excuse me.
Don't count that in. Ignore that. Will the jury please ignore that last statement? Go away, ladies. We'll find out in a moment. Okay, where was it, Orson?
What? Give me that list again. Such an unfamiliar list to me.
Yes, that's true. Was it on your cheek, your hand, your hair, or your lips? Your cheek, your hair, your hand, your lips.
It's really funny that because there's such a vivid image in my mind of the first time I ever met Carolyn. I was sniffing her hair. She had perfume in her hair, and I was smelling her hair all night.
Oh, it's going to be a weird week, you know that. We're in for it, gang.
I'm really torn because I imagine that the first time I kissed her was on the mouth, and yet she might say the hair because of that. I'll go with the mouth.
You go with the lips,
yes,
right?
I'll go with the lips.
Okay.
The whole lips.
I go with the lips anytime, too.
But I'm really torn, and if she says hair, don't hit her.
No, they won't hit her. They'll hit you. That's who they'll hit, right, Blue Section? Here comes Carolyn. Carolyn, think back to the very first time that Orson kissed you. Was it on your cheek, your hand, your hair, or your lips?
We know he's not enough of a gentleman to kiss me on the hand, right? He was doing an awful lot of snuggling and nuzzling, but I don't think he actually kissed me, like on my hair. I think he kissed me first on the lips.
That's it. Oh, you got it. I didn't think you were going to get that one.
Why?
Well, because he mentioned that he was snuggling.
Such a limited selection.
It was your hair. He was very much involved in there for a while.
And yeah, but he didn't kiss it.
No, but he could have.
He could have.
Yeah.
He has since.
Probably has, yes,
Yeah.
I'm sure. Thank you, Carolyn. Bill, what will Becky say to this? First time you ever kissed her.
Thinking back to the first time I ever even saw Becky, I remember the one thing that really struck me about her was I thought she had the sexiest lips I ever saw, and if I kissed anywhere else, I must have been crazy.
Yeah.
So I think I kissed her on the lips.
Gee, I hear his voice. It's interesting because some people's recording voice is not the same as their speaking voice. Yours is exactly the same sound.
Well, the reason for that is on so many of my records I talk. I have a nickname. They call me Whispering Bill.
That's probably why.
Can't do much about that.
Okay. What was that, Ira? Did you have something you wanted to add, sir? Where was that? Well, you said it was on the lips. Oh, you mean what location? Oh, have you got a particular place where that took place, that kiss? Is it
Can I be
interesting?
very broad and just tell you Charlotte, North Carolina?
We had to ask, huh? Went all that way for that. Here comes Becky. On the lips it is. Becky, think back to the very first time that Bill ever kissed you. Was it on your cheek, your hand, your hair, or your lips?
My lips.
That's the place. You got it. Becky, do you happen to remember under what circumstances that was? Or do you remember where it was?
Yes, it was in Charlotte, North Carolina.
Yeah, that's right. That a gal. Well, they both handled that pretty well, didn't they?
He's always liked my lips.
Yes, that's what he said. He's crazy about your lips.
Oh, good.
Yeah. Crazy
Lip
lips.
man.
Harvey?
Lip man.
Lip man. Ah, it's my attorney, Mr. Lipman. Harvey, what will Beth say to that?
All of the above?
All of the above. What, the same
I was
time?
very busy, very active, very busy. Much younger in those days. No, I think the lips.
You think the lips?
The lips, yeah.
Yeah, the lips have it. Here comes Beth, it seems. Beth, we lost Carolyn and Beth isn't here yet. Is Carolyn gone out for lunch? There she is. Beth, thinking back to the very first time that Harvey ever kissed you, was it on your cheek, on your hand, on your hair, or on your lips?
I think it was on my cheek.
No. That's not what Harvey said. Tell her what you said, Harvey.
I thought it was on your lips, or really all of the above.
Of course, it might have been close. It's very close. It could have maybe slipped over into the lips.
Your lips were sort of quivering.
Will we allow that? We won't. Could have been in the proximity. No, it's no. It's a clear miss. I'm very sorry, but close nevertheless. Becky and Bill, Carolyn Orson split the opening pot in half, and we'll come back.
Your pot.
I'm not a doctor.
Yes.
Question number 2 coming up. This is it. If you are ready to go. Now, see, Beth and Harvey, I always say that rookies do very well here. First time on. Becky and Bill did very well the first question. You will play catch up. You'll have no problem. You'll see. This one's easy. Ladies, which would you rather have as a gift? One dress that's a Paris original worth $1,200, or 12 dresses worth $100 apiece. Which one would you rather have as a gift? As a gift. Off you go. Important to think of as a gift, because if you went to buy it, I think they'd all go one way. But as a gift now. We'll start with you, Bill. What will Becky say?
Wow. She's never had a $1,200 dress from
$1,200 Paris original.
Wow.
By Monsieur Coquevin. The famous couturier
Monsieur Coco.
from Paris, Texas.
Yeah. Becky really likes clothes. I mean, her closet is like, totally running over all the time. From Paris, Tennessee, is where most of hers come from. And I think I would have to say, knowing the kind of person she is, I think she'd rather have the quantity than the quality, and I'm going to go with the 12. Is that okay, Banana?
Okay. $1,200 dresses.
I think that's pretty nice. You can buy a pretty good dress for $100, can't you?
Oh, yes, I picked one up
I
this
don't know.
morning.
Orson. Oh, yes, you picked up a little thing the other day over at
Simple frock.
Go to Bloomie's. They've got some lovely things. Okay, you'll say she'll take the 12 dresses worth $100 apiece.
So.
Here she comes. What am I doing? Hello there, Becky.
Hello.
Which would you rather have as a gift? One dress that's a Paris original worth $1,200, or 12 dresses worth $100 apiece?
12 dresses worth $100.
Why do you feel that way, Becky?
Well, I'm just a simple person, and I don't know where I would wear a dress that was really expensive.
Know where I'd take you, I'll tell you.
Well, I was gonna say that. I'm married to a hillbilly.
Yeah. Oh, yes. All right, darling, you're absolutely right, too.
Okay.
Now,
You ought to surprise her and take her back to Charlotte someday.
And a $1,200
What's going
dress.
on?
no, everything's fine. Don't you worry about it now.
Okay.
Now, Beth is a New York girl, if I'm not mistaken. At least she spent a lot of time there. Sophisticated.
Originally
lady.
from Boston.
Well, again, big.
Sophisticated, yeah. She never seems to have enough clothes, though, although her closets won't testify to that. I think, though, for a gift, she'd really like a high-class... She's a high-class lady. She'd like a high-class dress, $1,200 one.
Right. She'll go for the $1,200 gift. Boy, that would... Hey, you can wear that to... You can wear it to Sardi's and all those places. Here comes Beth. Shh. Hey, wait. No,
Or I'll kill her.
Beth. Oh, Beth. Beth, which would you rather have as a gift? One dress that's a Paris original worth $1,200 or 12 dresses worth $100 apiece?
Oh, a Paris original.
That's the one. See, you know. Tell me, Beth, where would you wear it in New York? I guess I say New York. I don't know why I should say that. It could be California.
Around the house, anywhere.
A $1,200 house dress. Wow, that's class, boy.
Yes.
Thank you, Beth. Orson, what will Carolyn say?
Oh, Carolyn, too, would like the $1,200 job. I mean,
Really,
She
huh?
was a one nice dress and a few pairs of blue jeans. Dress up in her finery, and I'll take her out for a Big Mac and a vanilla shake.
Yeah. It's terrible to go to a place at a $1,200 dress and have it cost more than the restaurant does. Okay, you'll say she'll go for the $1,200 dress.
Absolutely.
Here she comes. Carolyn, which would you rather have as a gift? One dress that's a Paris original worth $1,200 or 12 dresses worth $100 apiece?
Well, I love beautiful fabrics and fine workmanship because I used to be a dressmaker and I would love to have the Paris original.
That's the one. You got it. They all got that. And different answers, too. We'll split it three ways. We'll change places, gentlemen. Step to where we are. We shall bring the ladies front and center. Shortly in return with the second half of Tattletales in just a minute.
Stop dealing with...
Hello. We've changed places after halftime. I have three lovely ladies. We have 2/3 of a tie. That means Carolyn and Orson and Becky and Bill have $125 apiece, and Beth and Harvey have $50. However, far from being over, this question is worth $150. This is for the gentlemen, and here it is. Men, a short time ago, hundreds of people stood in line all night long here in Los Angeles to get good tickets for a Neil Diamond concert. It's true. Present company accepted. What living performer would you stand in line for the longest? Would you stand in line for the longest is how I should say it, okay? Think it over. Good question. He has to be living. Otherwise, wouldn't be much point in standing in line, would there? Beth, what will Harvey have to say about that? What living performer would you stand in line for the longest to see?
Would he stand in line for the longest?
I did ask him. That's correct. Well, who would you stand in line for the longest?
Me?
Yes.
That's so hard. I mean,
Oh,
that's
well, then stick with
really...
his. We got enough trouble
Okay,
there.
right, absolutely. Elton John.
He would stand in line longest for Elton John. Okay.
I'll guess that.
Is that all right? That's it?
Yes.
Here he comes. Shh. Harvey, what living performer would you stand in line for the longest?
Well, I guess the one I've stood in line for the longest is Elton John.
That's the one. You got it. Oh, ye of little faith. They didn't think you had a chance with that, did they?
Terrific.
Beth gave the answer, and the red section just sat there and,
They didn't go with me.
See? You got it. Okay, Carolyn, what will Orson say?
This is really hard because Orson wouldn't stand in line.
How about sit in line?
Maybe if I dragged him there, so we'd be doing it for me, really. We were sorely tempted to stand in line for Neil Diamond, I must admit. We love him. We love his music. However, I would stand in line for Johnny Cash.
Aha.
And I would drag Orson along whether he liked it or not. I don't know. He loves Randy Newman also.
Oh, boy, I do too. Well, what do you think?
Since he wouldn't do it unless, you know, I insisted, I'm going to say Johnny Cash.
You're going to say Johnny Cash?
Yeah.
Okay, here he comes. Orson, present company accepted, of course. What living performer would you stand in line for the longest?
By present company, you mean you or me?
No, Bill, I think, probably is what we're talking about.
Neil Diamond.
That's not what Carolyn said. She said you came close to that because you love him. She said something. Tell him what you said.
I said we both loved him and we really talked about that but didn't do it. So I know that unless I really insisted, you wouldn't do it at all, and that would be for Johnny Cash.
Well, you could stand in line for Johnny Cash at the stage door. You don't care about hearing him sing. It's just like
Be the first
take him out for a
stage door.
fried egg sandwich and a bottle of Diet Pepsi.
Yeah,
Anything.
whatever. Sorry about that, Orson, but it was a very wonderful
But that
try.
was directed against me. I mean,
But-
I'm
That's all
the
right.
one.
I did
Yeah,
ask you.
yeah, and I did say that you would be tempted with Randy Newman also. No?
He's not too
Forget
thrilled
the
about
whole
that
thing,
either.
Orson.
Is there anybody you'd like to see Orson at all?
Orson, what's happening to our marriage?
Orson, are you there, Orson?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, all right. That's it. The heck with it then. You missed it, and you don't really care that
I
you
don't
missed it.
give a.
That's
no,
all
I
right.
don't. Except for my beautiful people in the prune section.
Yes, right, the prunes.
We'll come
He
from
did
behind.
label the blue section the prunes, you know.
Yeah.
And they're going to be leaving us any moment, I think, too. Becky, what will Bill say? Who would he stand in line for the longest?
I don't think he'd stand in line for anybody.
Probably not. But if he had to make a
I have
choice,
to say somebody. I will
Well,
say,
I'm gonna ask him to say somebody. So
okay, if I have to say somebody, I'm going to say Elvis Presley because we did stand in line for him.
Well, there you are.
And so I hope he remembers it was
he
my
remembers.
birthday and he did
Okay,
it for me, so
You'll say Elvis Presley.
I'll say that.
Here he comes. Bill, what living performer would you stand in line for the longest?
I'm going to take a wild guess and say, because Becky knows that I like this performer, and I'm going to take a wild guess and say that she said Joey Heatherton.
No, she didn't say Joey Heatherton, but you're very close.
Who did she say?
Elvis Presley.
No, she would stand in line to see Elvis.
I said
Yeah.
you did stand in line.
Yeah, but that's because you were there. I didn't.
That's what I said. But you stood in line.
Oh, now you're catching
I
on the
thought
way
you
we
meant-
play the
You
game.
stood in line.
But he meant for me to see, not for you to
Give
see.
it, tell her.
But you saw him.
I know it. I took
Give it,
the
Becky.
You saw
Tell
him.
her. You go on.
He
Tell
stood in
him.
line.
You
I
tell
took
him.
wait.
The women do not understand.
Joey Heatherton.
Give it to him, Becky.
I took the kids to the circus too, but that doesn't mean I'm going to stand
We'll
in
break
line.
away
you know.
after with the Bickersons and come back in just a moment. But first, we'll give Beth and Harvey all the money. We'll come back with a $300 question, and we shall decide it. Ah, yes, they're catching on.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the show, everybody. Welcome, everybody, to Card Sharks.
Buzzer marks 40 years of Card Sharks.
You can win a fortune on the turn of a single card.
Shuffling our deck of hosts all month long.
Thank you for joining us at home.
The Card Sharks.
Start your mornings on
Higher. Now it's higher.
a high note.
Win the game. Wonderful.
The Card Sharks Morning Marathon. Weekdays starting at 8:30 a.m. on Buzzer. Let's play.
Chloe's everywhere.
Well, here we go. This question worth $300, and this will decide it. Look at Beth and Harvey came from behind and are now in the lead. You see how it can change? By golly. Here we go. $300, and this is it. Men, would you say you're ruled more by your heart or your head? Good question. Would you say you're ruled more by your heart or your head? Think that one over, and we'll find out in just a moment if Gene can control himself. Carolyn, what will Orson say to this?
I think that in the long run, his heart wins out, but his head sometimes gives him a little bit of a struggle.
But you're going to say
I'm
finally
going to
in the
say
end.
his heart, yes.
In the end, it's his heart.
Yes.
That doesn't
Yes.
sound right.
In the end, it's his heart.
In the end, it's his heart. In the heart, in the heart.
He's
his,
very romantic and
That's what you're trying
loving.
to say. It's his heart is in his. Okay. Okay. You're going to say it's his heart.
Yes.
Here he comes now. Orson, would you say you're ruled more by your heart or by your head?
This is really rough. I'm really not at all sure what Carolyn will say, but I've got to go with what I feel, which is my heart.
That's it. You got it. You know? You know, what you just said was wonderful. You said, I don't know what Carolyn will say, but I have to go with what I feel, so I will say my heart. You did it right there, and you were right.
Wasn't
Becky?
that beautiful and poetic?
Yes, it was kind of lovely, wasn't it, the way he handled
Actually,
that?
it's neither my heart nor my head, but my heart is closer.
I think I got your meaning, Betty. What will Bill say?
Oh, gee. He uses both so much. I don't know. He's really romantic and thoughtful and considerate and all these terrific
Yes,
things.
but
But I think he's going to say his head.
you think he's going to... Oh, really, huh?
No.
All right. Rule
no.
more by his head. No? Some of the bananas are pointing to their hearts. Or to their wallets. I'm not sure which it is. They're saying, think of us, think of us. What are you going to go with?
Oh, he's so tender-hearted. I'll say heart. I'll go with the audience. I'll go with you.
Okay, here he comes. Bill, would you say you're ruled more by your heart or by your head?
I would say I'm ruled more by my head.
That's it. I mean, that's not it. She said heart.
Head.
Huh? Wait a minute. What did you say, Becky?
I said head, and then I went with the audience.
And then you changed it to heart. That's right. Oh, I was listening. See, I'm sorry, Bill. I didn't mean to confuse you, but Becky was going to go with head, and the bananas talked her into heart.
Don't listen to a bunch of bananas, Becky. Remember me.
I think they got their name. Sorry about that, Beth. This will decide it. What do you think?
I think that Harvey's ruled more by his heart than he realizes, but I'm sure he'll say that he's ruled by his head.
He'll say his head, even though you know better. Here he comes. Shh, shh, shh. Harvey, this will decide the game. You can come from behind and win it all for the red section, or you can run out of here as fast as you can. Would you say you ruled more by your heart or by your head?
My heart.
No, that's not what I said. Karen Wilson get the whole $300. And guess what? Time is up and they win it for the Blues. Out of nowhere. We'll come back in a moment and give the Blues section all their money. See you in just a second. Don't go away.
Weather because of All Now.
The big winners, Carolyn and Orson with $425 for the Blues section. We had $1,000, a total $1,425. Thank you all. You were wonderful, and thank you for watching us on Tattletales. Bert Conley saying so long. See you next time. Thank you.
This is Gene Wood speaking for Tattletales. A Mark Goodson, Bill Todman production.